So Capricorns, welcome to part 2 of your spiritual journey reading. If you are just joining us, there is a part 1 to this video. So I would highly recommend watching that one first. And that's just because we covered in the part 1, we covered that with oracle cards only. So we tapped in with some questions for spirit about your journey at this time, and did those with oracle. And then so this part 2 is going to be with clarifying those messages with the tarot. So that way, if you start at part 1, you have an idea what's going on, where we left off at with those messages first. Okay, so very powerful reading so far, Capricorns. You guys are definitely in this energy of, really taking your power back in a situation. I feel like it's talking about a few different areas, things that maybe you've been holding on to from like a young age that's been holding you back in some type of way. I feel like you guys are finally breaking free of these limiting beliefs, these limiting maybe ideals, things that you've grown up around that have been maybe taking your power in some type of way. You guys are in this energy of taking that back, or stepping back into your power, reclaiming your power in some type of way, right? Allowing yourself to grieve things that you maybe have never let yourself feel before, and really, allow that, knowing that is a really pivotal part of the healing process, and a really great way and catalyst for you to finally release things, the energy that maybe you've been holding on to that's been keeping certain things stuck and stagnant in your life. It'll clear that. It'll allow it to dissipate so you can allow in new and better experiences, right? So Spirit, let's clarify. What is personal power? Why is that here for where Capricorns are at currently? So personal power, what tried to come out, but it didn't fall, was the High Priestess. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it, but I'll keep shuffling and get another card as well. But so for some of you, this is, I feel like some of you are really doing, practicing following your intuition at this time, which we got 2 intuition cards with the opportunity here. So I feel like some of you if that's something you've been struggling with, you guys are coming into this energy, or maybe it's already been happening for some of you, where you're being forced to follow your intuition, where maybe you're seeking answers in places that you normally would find them. And some of you are not finding the answer in those places because it's Spirit's way of trying to force you, so to speak, to really go within and trust yourself, trust the guidance that is being given to you, right? And some of you, it's kind of like, I want to follow my intuition, I want to be better, blah, blah, blah. You have to know, though, with those certain requests come with certain tests, right? That, we sometimes don't consider. That Spirit's way of helping you, right? By putting you in positions and situations that make you have to listen to yourself when there's nothing else or anyone else to rely on. You have to rely on yourself, right? So I feel like some of you, it's going to be important for you to understand that, at this time, certain challenges that some of you may be experiencing, keep in mind there may be some prayers or a specific request that you've asked for at some certain point that this is Spirit's way of giving you that. Holy shit, Capricorn. Okay. 3 of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles. So stepping into your power is going to give you something to grow on. Okay. Some of you, this may be your focus, trying to grow your legacy, grow your wealth, grow your pentacles. With that High Priestess card that tried to come out, I feel like that's talking about, following your intuition. Your intuition, I feel like, maybe guiding you to make certain moves, do certain things, make certain decisions, go certain places. And you're going to need to follow that in order to make certain connections, right? In order to meet certain people, in order to make certain networking, to have certain collaborations, right? You need to be able to show up. And that requires you to step into your power enough to do that, believing in yourself enough. Like, I feel like I'm being guided to go to this place, but it's like, why would I, like for example, you're being guided to go to the grocery store, like, but I don't got nothing I need to get. Why am I? And you just overlook it, right? You kind of just think nothing of it and let it go through one ear, not the other. For some of you, you're being guided to go to the grocery store because that's where this investor is going to be that you're going to bump into, that is going to, help you apply for a grant that you've been needing to start your business. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's like something that leads to something else. But some of you, it's like you might miss opportunities when you're not allowing yourself to trust the guidance that you receive. Okay. So some of you, that's where you guys are at right now, where you're building your legacy, you're building your generational wealth. You're focused on generational wealth, focused on, building a legacy, to leave a legacy for your family or for your kids, or whatever that is. So let's see. Spirit, clarify power for the challenge. Why is it here for the challenge for Capricorns? 7 of Cups. Some of you have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of different ways, a lot of different things that you can do, but you don't have clarity. I feel like it's you're not really clear about what you should do. I feel like you're not believing in yourself. I feel like you guys have a lot of passions, a lot of interests, a lot of different things that you could be acting on, but I feel like you don't really know. You're kind of like lacking clarity right now about what would maybe make the most sense, what would be the most maybe lucrative, the most efficient thing to put your energy and effort towards, which I understand, that makes sense. But that's where, when you're in your power, right, those decisions are made easier because you know what to do. You trust yourself. You trust the little spark, the little nudge that you get on what action to take. You trust that. It doesn't, and it's not hard for you to hear it. So the Nine of Swords did flip out. So I'll go ahead and take that. But so some of you, let's keep going. Let me get the rest of these cards out. So what is this preparing Capricorn for, Spirit? The Lovers tried to fall out, but it didn't. So for some of you, it's preparing you for a partnership of some sort, someone that maybe you can build a legacy with, someone that maybe you can build with. For some of you, this is talking about a partnership, about, and it doesn't have to be romantic, although it could be. But for some of you, this is just maybe a partnership, maybe someone that you can be like a founder and a CEO with, type of energy, where it's like business related, CEO type, that type of thing. All right, Spirit, let's clarify what's willpower ingredient for what this is preparing Capricorn for. What is that here? Clear, accurate messages. Capricorn, please. Okay, so, wow. We have the Magician. We talked about that. That's about believing in yourself. This is about, you have all the tools you need. You have every tool necessary in your arsenal to do whatever this is, to get over or beyond whatever this is that you're grieving, whatever it is that you feel like you've lost, right? There's a new beginning on the other side of this, but it's about believing in yourself. So that's where the power and all this personal power comes in. This is about you some of you are really doubting yourself. You're really not trusting that you have everything you need with what you have. Some of you, this is like, you feel like, oh, well, because it doesn't look like this, that it's not good enough. And it's like, no, if you needed something else or more of something, you would have it. You have to just be willing to trust that, you can use what you have, and it's plenty. It is more than enough. That's how abundant you are. It's more than enough. You just have to decide that that's so, that is what it is, right? So, all right, let's see. Let's clarify on what you want Capricorn to focus on, Spirit. So yeah, some of you, this is the challenge here, since I didn't talk about that yet, the Nine of Swords. This is like feeling really stressed out, really anxious, having a lot of anxiety. Some of you are really finding it hard to sleep. Okay, Tower moment. So for some of you, this is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, whatever this is that you guys have maybe done some magic around, you need to believe in yourself first. You need to be willing, because the thing is with the Magician, it's like, yeah, you have all the tools necessary, but if you're not willing to put any of them to use, what good are they? You see what I'm saying? You have to be willing to use, so for example, most tarot decks, the Magician card has all the elements on it, right? In this card it does, kind of, but you can't really see them from here. I'm so sorry about that, you guys, the fucking neighbors across the street. It has the elements like the air, earth, fire, and water, but on other more traditional tarot decks, on the Magician card, it has the Pentacle, the Cup, the Sword, and the Wand, right? So this is talking about believing that, it's like if you have all those things, you need to be willing to use your thoughts, right? To put your thoughts into action, right? To use your emotion, put your passion, your emotion behind whatever it is, the intention that you're doing, and use your resources to, fund whatever it is that you need to fund, whatever it is that you have that you can, right, invest towards that, be willing to do that. So this is about, for those of you that, like I said, have been struggling with, manifesting or waiting for something to manifest, it's about you're needing to be willing, this period of you being kind of feeling maybe powerless or struggling, having a power struggle in some type of way. This is Spirit telling you that you just need to believe in yourself a bit more. You need to be willing to, or ask yourself, where am I not using all of my resources? Meaning, where am I not using all of the elements that I have to work with? So like your cup and emotion, that's your creativity. Where am I not really asserting my creativity? Where am I not really, you know, allowing myself to meditate and get clear in thought and mind so I could have clear ideas and creative ideas, right? Where am I not maybe using all the resources and money that I could be putting towards this thing? Where am I not using that? You see what I'm saying? So allow yourself to go through each suit, right? The cup, the wand, the sword, and the pentacle, right? Allow yourself to go through each of those suits and ask yourself that question. Where am I not using these things, right? When you look at it, you know, from that lens of perspective, it helps you reverse engineer how to fix it. Okay? So, Spirit, let's clarify the Tower. Why is it here for what you want Capricorns to focus on? Clarify the Tower, please. Why is that here for what you want Capricorns to focus on? What is the Tower? Because I feel like once you believe in yourself, once this happens for you, it's like, I feel like it comes in, it shakes your world up. That's when things manifest. When you step back into your power and you kick whatever this is, if it's like a habit or addiction, and you actually decide that I'm powerful enough to do this, and you do it, that's when the whole thing changes. That's when the tower just crumbles. It's like takes that one little, it's kind of like a Jenga, you know, like the Jenga blocks. It's like all it takes is that one block to that one particular block to be moved the wrong way, and the whole thing is over. It's done, right? The whole game's over. So I feel like some of you, you know, that's what this energy is about here. Okay, Spirit, let's clarify the Tower. Why is that here for Capricorns, please? Why is the Tower here, Capricorns? Towers they don't always have to be bad. They just feel bad because, you know, they're unexpected typically. It could be difficult, it could be painful, you know, depending on what happens, how it plays out, but it's all essentially very purposeful. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands with the Page of Swords. So this is protecting your ideas. Okay, something is going to come in suddenly and unexpectedly, but I feel like it's like needing to you know, protect your idea. Whatever idea it is that you have, keep it to yourself until it manifests. Whatever research it is that you need to do to prepare you, is if you had it, do that. Okay, whatever communications it is that you need to make, whatever phone calls, emails, things like that, do those things. Okay, do the things that you need to do to protect and safeguard what it is you're manifesting. Believe in yourself, but also be willing to take the action steps necessary to keep it safe. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the point in becoming like a multimillionaire if you have nowhere to put the money? You see what I'm saying? What's the point in having like a brand new car and you have nowhere to park it, or you have nowhere to drive because you don't have a license? You see, you know what I'm saying? It's like, make it make sense, right? So let's clarify the opportunity here for Capricorn Spirit. What is the opportunity here with tools and youth? What is that here for Capricorns? What's coming towards Capricorn? What's the opportunity presenting itself at this time? Remember that these are general readings. Tarot is not the end-all be-all. That means that your free will can change things at any given point in time. Your intentions play a very pivotal role as well. Okay, so this is about, both of these cards represent holding on to something. So there's an opportunity here for you to really step into your power and maybe let something go. Okay, and that makes sense. I feel like some of you that have been really struggling with taking your power back from a situation, you'll do that once you step into this Leo this Leo lion energy, which we talked about earlier here with the sun, and here it's showing up again with the lion, stepping into your power, stepping into your strength, pulling on that inner reserve of strength to really let something go, something you've been holding on to, I feel like, for a really long time, that, you know, happened during your youth. Okay, so as a child, something like that, something that some of you have been holding on to for quite some time, Spirit is really wanting you to let that go. Okay, there's going to be an opportunity here that you're going to have the tools necessary this time. With this tools and the youth, you're going to now have the tools necessary, meaning whether this is emotional tools, metaphorical tools, whatever that is, you have now the tools to deal with this properly, in a healthy way, in a more effective way, to where this, when you deal with it this time, it won't repeat itself. I feel like some of you, this is about maybe breaking a cycle that has been repetitive. Okay, but this is, you know, justice being restored. Anything that has been skewed or distorted is being rebalanced. Balance is being restored here in a situation. Okay, so let's let's quick clarify. Spirit, clarify personal power, and the let's clarify this row for Capricorns, please. Yep, and look, and it came back out for that same row. So this is about trusting your intuition when it comes to, you know, this could be talking about secrets, things that you're keeping to yourself, things that you don't want people to know. Okay, maybe pretending that you're broke when you're not. Keeping maybe what it is you're building a secret. Okay, keeping it to yourself, following your intuition about who you're guided to share things with and who you're guided to pretend like you're broke around. Okay, trust your intuition about that. Okay. But for some of you, this is talking about, you know, like you may be feeling like you're lacking right now, but this is where Spirit is saying that your intuition, like your third eye, whatever you're projecting, that is what's going to change the situation. And it's going to take you from this to this. Okay. But you need to be able to co-create with Spirit, work with Spirit, meaning the tools that you're being guided to use, meaning if you're being guided to make a phone call, make that phone call. That's the action, right? If you're guided to, you know, make a certain investment or something, right? That's the pinnacle, right? So it's like, but you have to be willing to tap in to receive the answers, the guidance, to receive the guidance and trust it, right? Trust the intuitive guidance here that you're getting, the nudges that are going to really help you navigate the situation. Okay. You just need to believe in yourself. But when you let certain experiences that happen when we were younger, right? Or just even years ago, long time ago, anything in the past, and you let that skew and let that make, you know, gauge your decisions and how you move going forward, you know, a lot of times you're not going to get what you want. We're not going to manifest what we desire, what we know we really deep down deserve. It won't happen like that. So that's where I feel like Spirit is giving you an opportunity here to really stand strong, stand in your power, and let something go that you've been holding on to. It's time to release it. Okay. But for others of you, this could definitely also be speaking of saving money. Okay. Being able to save. Being able to, you know, by you standing in your power and really being courageous in a situation here, it's going to bring you into some stability here that some of you may not be expecting. Okay. Where you have more than enough money to not only invest, but also save. Because that's also what the Four of Pentacles speaks about. But some of you, this is talking about being a miser. Okay. Some of you may be in that energy, and there's going to be an opportunity here for you to really step out of that energy and really, you know, be able to just kind of like spend freely if that's what you've been wanting to do. Okay. But it requires you to, again, step into your power and not let, you know, maybe your circumstances stress you out, because that doesn't help. That just messes up the vibration. It messes up the momentum of what it is you're asking for. You can't let your outside circumstances distract and distort what you know you're creating in your mind, right? With your mind's eye. Okay. Spirit, clarify the Nine of Swords. Why is that here? Clarify the Nine of Swords for Capricorns, why that's here challenging them. Why is Nine of Swords in the challenge? Some of you, this has to do with a connection, some type of partnership that's been blocked. Maybe you were blocked in a situation. Okay. Some of you, this maybe has to do with some type of magic, some type of spell work that some of y'all have done that end up getting you blocked in a situation. And some of y'all are stressing out about it because maybe your power is being like suspended in some type of way or stripped or something. Like, that's definitely not going to be for everyone, but you know, you'll know if that applies. But this Two of Cups came out sideways. Okay. So some of you are stressing out about a connection that you're blocked from, that maybe you don't have access to. Okay. and it could, and you made it, I mean, the block could be an energetic block, or it could be blocked, you know, on social media, or, you know, texting, calling, whatever. You know, some of you guys could maybe stressed out about that, but you're giving your power away in a situation. If that is what it is, and it's causing you some stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, whatever, it's like you're giving your power away to the situation, regardless of how it applies. You're still, if you're letting it live rent free in your mind, you're giving it power. And some of you, that is what could be blocking and making you feel this energy of lack, where you're needing to really trust your intuition and step into that higher knowing, that higher guidance that tells you that no matter what your circumstances look like, no matter what it is you feel like you don't have, it's not true. It's false. It's false. Period. So let's clarify the Magician, Spirit. Why is that here for Capricorns? But some of y'all are going to awaken to that. You're gonna, it's like some of you are going through this right now because it's part of an awakening to really step into your purpose. And some of you needed to go through this to experience that, to know what to, you know, to act as a catalyst to, Jesus, act as a catalyst to your purpose. Okay. So Spirit, let's clarify, why is the Magician here for Capricorns, for what this is, this challenge is preparing them for? For some of you, if this is in the challenge, for some of you, it's preparing you to speak your truth. Okay. It's preparing you to really use all of your tools, all of your wisdom, whatever it is that you have, using that to your benefit to manifest this new idea, or to speak your truth in some type of way, to maybe manifest the ability for someone to hear you out, someone that maybe you're grieving over or something. Okay. Maybe it's this connection that for some of you are being blocked from. Some of you are just trying to manifest the opportunity to maybe just talk, to maybe speak to this person, to maybe, you know, just be able to speak your side of the story, or your side of the situation. Ooh, child. Okay. Lord. Okay, so Spirit, let's clarify for what you want Capricorns to focus on. Let's clarify. Nine of Cups. So this is Spirit saying that however you feel in a situation, stand your ground. If you're wanting to fight for something, fight for it. Do what makes you happy. Okay? Focus on what makes you happy. For some of you, there's an opportunity here for you to get exactly what you've been asking for, or what you've been wishing for. But again, if you don't believe that shit's possible, okay, it's not going to matter. If you don't really believe that you could have whatever it is you're asking for, then why are we even asking? So I feel like some of you, this is about really, you know, no matter what is falling apart around you, you need to stay steadfast in knowing that whatever I want, I get whatever I want. That if I could see it in my head, I could have it in my hand, right? Standing 10 toes down on what it is that you're asking for, and letting your wishes be fulfilled because you believed in it enough to have it. You stepped into your power and believed in it enough, and, you know, was determined enough to allow it to actually manifest for you. Okay. So let's clarify the opportunity here. Four of Pentacles and the Strength. Spirit, why is that here for Capricorns, please? Four of Pentacles and the Strength card. Why is that here? The World. Wow. So for some of you, this is about a cycle. This is an opportunity for either a cycle to close once and for all, like I was saying earlier, about for those of you where it applies about letting go of something you've been holding on to for quite some time. Maybe this is finances, where you've just been penny pinching for it seems like the longest. Okay. For some of you, that is what this is having to do with, where you're on the brink of manifesting abundance and prosperity for yourself. But some of y'all have this relationship with money that is essentially blocking you. Okay. For some of you, if you've done some type of spell work on someone else to try to block their finances, that could be what this karma is here, where this connection is blocking yours. You know, it's like whatever you put out comes back. So understand, you know, that's just laws of karma, period. That's cause and effect. That's not going to be for everyone, but some of you, this is helping you close out a cycle here. There's going to be an opportunity here for y'all to really let something go. For others of you, though, there's an opportunity of, like I was saying earlier, for some type of idea that some of you have, some type of idea that you've been sitting on that can make a lot of money, but it's going to require you to really be courageous for this to be successful. It's really going to have you, require you to step into your power in some type of way, to really trust yourself on whatever this is. It may feel like a huge risk, but it's like spirit favors, the brave, right? The universe favors the brave, the bold. So it's like, if you're willing to bet on yourself to such a level, spirit will match you. Spirit will make sure that the success you're striving for, as long as it's obviously with good integrity and intention, make sure that it'll happen for you. But you need to be willing, right, to actually see this idea through by taking the action that you're guided to take, using the resources, whatever it is that you know you have that you can use towards this, right? And really putting it into play, putting it into action to get what it is that you want. Okay, so let's clarify. I didn't use any of these yet for you guys. Okay, so we're gonna clarify with a couple of these. I was supposed to had used these for the opportunity here, so I'll pull those now. So Spirit, give us some more insight, please. Oh no, I did pull it. That was the tools and the youth card, so I did. Okay, I fibbed, my bad. So we're gonna just chill on those then. So let's wrap with some quick messages of advice for Capricorn. So signs we have out here: Virgo, Gemini energy with the Magician, Leo energy with the Strength card, Tower, Scorpio energy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right. So for Capricorn Spirit, messages of advice. What messages of advice do you have for Capricorns as it pertains to the spread? Advice for Capricorns, please. Messages for Capricorn. Transformation. 2 more for Capricorn Spirit. Advice, guidance for Capricorn, please. What do they need to know? Very accurate messages for Capricorn. 2 of Wands. Let's get one more for Capricorn. 10 of Pentacles. Something needs to change, okay? The moon is at the bottom here. Some of you, you have fears, you have illusions, you have hidden beliefs, hidden thoughts, hidden things that are underneath the surface that you need to release, that you need to let go of here. Okay. I was trying to think of that moon and the other card with the moon. I'm trying to remember what card that was where we saw that other big ass moon. Oh yeah, with this following your intuition card here. So there's I feel like whatever you guys are scared of, whatever is maybe holding you back, that y'all are grieving, that you're like maybe having a hard time releasing, it's like it's slowing you down. Okay. Some of you don't even know that underneath all this, once you allow this to really step into your power, the success that you're bringing in is bringing in exactly what you want. That came out at the very beginning, the 10 of Pentacles, and now here it is again. Okay, it's coming out twice, 10-10, right? So it's like Spirit's advice here is something needs to change, something needs to end. There needs to be an ending to bring in a new beginning, meaning something has to go once and for all for something new to replace it. It's like you guys have to be willing to end something, to leave something behind and go towards something else, because it's like once you do that, you get everything you fucking want. You get the house, the home, the car, the love, the abundance, the peace, the success, the prosperity. This, for me as a reader, this is the happiest card in the deck, the 10 of Pentacles, because that's everything. That's the money and the emotions, right? Okay, it's not the sun, not for me as a reader. So, like I said, some of you, this needs to end. Something needs to change here. Some of you, if you've been too focused on money, maybe it's time for you to put that on the back burner, because some of you are too, when you get too attached to something, you holding it too fucking tight, you smother it. So if it's like, if you're holding a candle, right? It's the same way you snuff a candle. If you put the lid so close to it because you so wanting to see it so much, next thing you know, it's out, right? So some of you may be doing that. Some of you, that could be what's needing to end here, is that you have plenty of abundance coming towards you, but if you keep sending out this vibration, this energy of, I don't have it, why it ain't here yet, then that's sending out the opposite frequency. It's like, oh, I thought we had it. Well, I guess we don't then, and it slows things down. So some of you, you're needing to change the way maybe you view things, the way maybe you view a situation, or the way you view money. The way you view something needs to change here, needs to end here. Something you've been doing needs to stop. Period. Okay? It's like something has to change, something has to give. It's like if you're going from the, you know, the cocoon to the butterfly, holding a cocoon and not giving the butterfly the room it needs to, you know, break through the you know, the cocoon and come out of all that, it's like you'll kill it, right? So some of you needing to let something die, let something, you know, restart, leave things, something, you know, be willing to leave the past behind to make room for the present, make room for the future. Okay, some of you have a really bright future ahead, but you're not going to see it when you're too busy looking behind you. You miss it when it's over here in front of you, right? So yeah, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer here, the moon, all the moon energy showing up here. Like I said, Leo energy showing up twice. Those are all the signs that we got there. So let me roll the signs dice for a little bit and see if any other signs come out. Leo again, so heavy on the Leo energy. If anything, this is talking about you stepping into, calling upon the energy of the Leo, of the lion, to step into your confidence, to step into your power, to, you know, step into leadership of your own life, really, to step into the spotlight in whatever way that, you know, you're being guided to. That is all that Leo energy, right? So we have Aries. Some of you may be dealing with these signs or have them in your chart, and Cancer again. So, and Gemini. All right. So maybe dealing with any of those signs. They may be highly aspected. That is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that those that carried over from the first one to the second one, I hope that this reading brought you even more clarity and depth to the messages that you received from the first one. I pray that they brought you all that you needed, what you came here for. I pray that you received, whether you know you needed it or not. So I love y'all so much.